All right, what is up, you guys? It's the Sandman back at it again. As per request from a couple of you guys, we're looking at War Pigs live from Paris, 1970. I think this is just prior or right around the release of the Paranoid album. So early Sabbath, getting into the real early prime of their careers right here. So I can't wait to hear this. And let's go. Let's go now.
War Pigs, it's a number of our new LP. Hope you like it. Thank you.
Here we go.
Candles gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. Say, where are you go? Do the War Pigs people know? Oh, Lord, yeah.
I mean, this is a really underrated intro. I mean, I know War Pigs has got the crazy riffs, killer solo, and the iconic lyrics and the vocals, but just that wave of like you have a lot of the use of the low E string octave in that main intro riff. So it really builds up that juice and that thickness. And of course, you've got the two chord power chord riff right there. Again, I've mentioned in a couple videos the use of like the low E string with Iomi really giving that extra punch. And how about the drumming? Already the drumming's just taken over. We see a lot of power, just pure power, and I love the aesthetic of the video too. It's all like red, it's like blood. Matches the album cover too as well. Really cool stuff. And in the verse, just I know it's a little thing. It's not super out like stand out, at least not to a lot of people. But I love the little fills in that second half of the verse. You have you have like the bend and resolve, and then you also have the little trill, the Hendrix trill. So because it's spaced out when it does happen, and you have the double stop too as well in there, it makes it really cool. All right, let's go.
Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. Say, where are you go? Do the War Pigs people know? Oh, Lord, yeah.
Here we go. This is Bill Ward's song all the way through. This is absolutely Bill Ward's song all the way through. You gotta be kidding me. These fills, man, with in this empty spaces of music, and it's just him hammering those drums. It's like it's still moving at like this speed, this frantic speed, just through the drumming alone. Um, and this right here is straight. It's like machine gun, man, just like a machine gun. Insane, insane timing, insane feel. Um, wow. I mean, these guys are very fortunate to have him, man. And I also like on a side note, this is probably my I really like the verse riff. Verse riff too. It has a nice groove. It's really nice. And a lot of octave, like the E octave thing going on here. So like the chugging alternating with that double stop on that 12th fret, I believe, the high E string, B string, G string. Um, so I mean, it's a really like rich, again, this richness and this wave. It's like a wave, like this constant, like this constant resolution, but the percussiveness of the song is also, um, and it's also like these two centers of like the groove, like when he's grooving, the dun 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 dun. The dun-dun-dun. So it's like the E and the G kind of alternating there. So it's like almost like the subconscious of the music is like just a nice back and forth, like puts you in a trance kind of effect. So let's go. Ooh, here we go. Wow, man. I I mean again, Iomi's soloing is rooted in the blues, man. The root is in the blues straight up, and you can hear like these circular licks just all the way through the really making use of the pentatonic position, and then you have that signature like the bend like so I remember like learning the song or trying to learn the solo. Uh, I may have forgot a lot good bits and pieces of it by now on the guitar, but that bend lick was very frustrating because like you had to sustain the note. You can't bend it out of tune, and you have to kind of keep that finger like stamina, timing, and everything. So it's a little deceptively harder than it sounds or than it looks. Like on just two notes on the fretboard, just like hammering on, pulling off. Um, but yeah, and I love. I don't know if it's his use of triplets, but like he goes that pentatonic lick. So it's like let's hear the rhythmic pattern of the solo because I know the solo style of Iomi is very like a lot of times like very like he finds these little sweet spots and then like circles around them and then goes back and meanders on to the next center and then circle kind of like that. So let's just hear just so you get what I'm talking about. I didn't play the solo back, did I? We'll play the solo back. Let's go. Some All right.
On the scene of Beast appears, it is falling at his knees. He sends out hero fire, casts the priest into the fire. Praise for all bad sinners, watch them eating dead rats in the say where you go, through black masses people go. Oh Lord, yeah.
Oh, listen to this work right here. Some new sounds starting to form, like some new intervals I hear in this. I'm just wrapping up this second solo. Just listen for how this sound. Maybe it might sound different from what you've heard in the other parts of the first solo or in, the other leads that he's been playing so far. Also, the bass was harder to hear on this version than, let's say, maybe a studio recording, because it sounds like almost like a drum. The bass is like almost like a drum. It's like the way it's mixed or way it sounds in this recording is like just very like um, just very bassy. It's like extra bassy, you know. But he's playing some killer ascending, descending patterns underneath the solos that Iomi's playing, and even in the whole, I started to pick up on it during the second half of this whole live. He's just doing his thing, man. Geezer Butler's doing his thing right here in this track. Absolutely. He's playing some really sound, tight licks, and just provides a nice, almost like hidden harmony to Iomi's playing in a way. And it mixes up the rhythm too, so it doesn't sound super like what like it doesn't sound too still. So his bass playing kind of adds that constant um, that pace. It brings that pace back into the whole song, and you don't really realize it as easily. But also, yeah, just hear it for that, and hear the soloing here at especially the end of the solo. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. I mean, especially with the metal genre, man, you really gotta appreciate like the early years of these guys and getting to see them live, or at least footage of them live, because you see the hunger, you see like they put that extra energy. They might not be as polished. Like you can even see here. I mean, Iomi's not really playing. I mean, he sounds great. Like he's always been a um, very professional, right? He's a very professional player. Like he includes everything he's got. Like some players might get away with like not sticking to the script as much, like a Jimmy Page, and they kind of do whatever. By all means, like very professional. He's very like on it. He's always on it. You know what I mean? Um, and you can even hear him like some couple ghost notes here and there, a little bit of timing, but the energy of these guys is just like prime, man. Ozzy looks very healthy, great voice, sustaining all the notes, great vocals. Bill Ward is just a monster. I mean, he's been the standout guy for me this whole track. So you obviously got him. You got Geezer Butler. I think Geezer Butler's always been doing his thing. Like some of the bass players really just what I'm noticing is they're always on it. Like a lot of times, the best of the best bass players, um, they just happen to just be like maybe it's just the persona, the personality of the bass player in the band is kind of like the steady force of like the rhythm section, and like the instrumentals. Um, so maybe something like that, but I don't know, man. It's just this is a great footage, man. I mean, even like even the stage presence of Ozzy here is just crazy. He's really into it, really into it. Not none. It doesn't. You don't see that most like extra like exaggerated stuff that people make him out to be. You know what I mean? You just see a guy just kicking ass. You know what I mean? He's too good at. He's just kicking ass, man. He's a great metal singer. Um, yeah, so I mean, this song goes like tons of tempos, tons of variation, and really flies by. It really does fly by. That I love the outro lick, like the look at him. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to mention. This is what I wanted to mention. So the like the alternating picking the notes. This part. So the whole song is kind of based on like resolving down the whole note. So dunna, the main riff, the dunna, and then you have the you have that theme of like 2 frets down, 2 frets up, 2 frets down, and like the main resolution, like even the solo, the bendy lick, the hammer on pull off lick, it's like 2 notes. Dunna, dunna, dunna. You have that pattern kind of, and you'll hear in other parts of the song as well. But this, you think he's gonna slide up, but it keeps descending, descending, and descending and descending. So it adds this like eerie effect. Like your mind is like expecting it to resolve quickly, like the rest of the song's been doing, but it keeps going down and down, down into this like pit of hell. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so you got that. You think it's gonna go up? Yeah, and I love that riff too. It's like it's so epic. This is like a really epic like I don't know, riff lick whatever. Um, but crazy, man. I mean, the song self-explanatory. War Pigs. It's contextualized in the Vietnam era, from what I know, when it was released and what the song was supposed to be alluding to. But just power-hungry people setting people out to die, man. And the imagery in the song is great. Um, Throw the priest into the fire. I mean, lines like that are just so intense, really intense stuff. Bodies burning, war machine keeps turning. I mean, it's pretty. Yeah, nothing else, much else to say. What a perfect characterization of that through this song. So, yeah, War Pigs live 1960. It's the Sandman checking out. Peace.